How's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group. Today's topic, I want to discuss with you what is a fixed index annuity and why someone might want to obtain a fixed index annuity once they get closer to retirement or they have old 401ks, IRAs, and how you could really leverage good fixed index annuities out there. Now, the major word I want you guys to think about, and this is the easiest way that I can explain this product to clients, is the word fixed. Let's think about some of the most common fixed things, fixed type products that are very safe are you have bank CDs, you have fixed annuities, and you have treasury bonds. Just kind of bear with me with the the sloppy handwriting. And essentially what happens is someone might want to go into something that's fixed because they've received a downward market loss to their accounts, whether that was a 401k, a IRA, anything, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, whatever it was. In 2008, you most likely received some sort of drop in your account. And anytime that the market was doing well, obviously your account was doing well. Once that market took that dip, you understood very quickly that that was an investment. So what happens is individuals say, okay, well, I just want to have that peace of mind factor, understanding that my principal is staying exactly protected, but I want to receive some sort of interest rate in the process. Well, CDs, fixed annuities, and treasury bonds used to be a very good alternative, especially for retirement income planning when interest rates were were highs, were double-digit figures. And unfortunately, since 2000s, interest rates have been on a steady decline, and now they say interest rates are at the lowest that they've ever been. So something, a bank CD that used to pay you 10% for whatever 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever that was, is now only paying you 1%. So the whole ball game has shifted, and what happens is there's a very large risk associated with this. And I have a couple of videos. I said the fixed annuities pay about 2 to 3 times higher than a bank CD, which is still very low at these at these current interest rate times. So individuals call my office and they say, well, what's there a way that I could beat the pace of inflation, because rule of thumb is that inflation increases by 3% per year. So if you have your money tied into a fixed annuity or a CD and it's not higher than that pace of inflation, then you're essentially losing the value of your dollar year by year by locking yourself within those lower type rates. So they came out with, and in the early 90s, they came out with these things known as equity index annuities or index annuities. And I thought that they were very poorly set up. They had something with cap rates were very low. I've actually had a couple family members that were in them. I took them out of those old product lines. You had large surrender charges, and essentially they were set up so that the agents could make a commission. There was a lot of bad press that happened with the index annuities, and a lot of the companies started really shifting the way that they were now implemented for retirement plans and for retirement safety. So even if there's 300 plus contracts in your area, one of the major things is go with an independent agency. That's why I have my number up on the screen. Go with an independent agency because we leverage the 300 different contracts to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. You're getting the highest quality, the best rates with the best quality companies. So it's not, we're not biased towards any one company over the other. So the actual product itself, it's set up to beat the pace of inflation. It's not as an investment. It's not like you're having all this risk associated there, because that's one of the major arguments that wealth accumulation specialists make. And they say, oh, fixed index annuities are not not an investment, and don't look at it as an investment. You're not going for return. You should be focused on return. This is something that you want to have safe, consistent growth in your account while still providing favorable rates of return. Rather than a fixed annuity or a CD where you would have, let's say you had $100,000 and you had a 5-year fixed annuity, and let's say that it would pay you 2%. So end of year one, account value is $102,000. Is on a fixed annuity or even a bank CD. I'll just use a bank CD for very simplistic purposes. 2%, say it was paying you 1%. So you made $1,000 the first year, $1,000 the second year, $1,000 the third year. At the end of 5 years, you made $5,000. Now, with an fixed index annuity, that word fixed in there, it's that same type of concept where you would be receiving, or this is the way that the companies actually are able to offer it, is rather than paying you a fixed interest rate year by year, what they do is they take this interest rate and they invest it into the market so that your principal is staying preserved every year, and any time that that market index and you get to choose, there's several options, about 4 or 5 different options with the index annuities that we deal with, but it's tied to an S&P 500 or Dow Jones Industrial or a Barclays Global Dynamic Index. So any time, any year that you have a gain within that index, they execute the call option, and now you receive interest credits to your actual principal. The next year, let's say that interest rate, the index lost, they do not execute the call option, and your principal remains exactly the same. So if you gained, let's say, 3% the first year and you're at 103, and then all of a sudden the index lost 30% the next year, you're still at 103. So it's just I want you to think about it kind of as a computation, as a crediting computation, and that's why you're able to participate when the market goes up and flatline, not lose any money when the market goes down, because the only thing that's at risk is the interest that you would have gained. You're never throwing your principal at risk, and that's the major difference between a variable annuity, because variable annuities, they risk your principal. They take your entire principal and they throw it into mutual funds, meaning that, okay, when the mutual funds do well, just like your 401k, your IRA, whatever that is, whenever they do well, they're going to go up. Now, variable annuities have a lot of hidden fees. I do not like variable annuities because of the amount of fees in there. And also, when you experience a downward market loss to your accounts with variable annuities, it will be a negative to the negative from the mutual funds. It will be fees, mutual fund fees will be another negative. Then an advisor fee, a lot of advisors like to charge wrap fees to monitor these accounts, which is just ridiculous. And then if you're taking money from that account, then that's a fourth negative. So you have the 4 different negatives known as reverse dollar cost averaging, with a variable annuity. And the index annuity, if you had something that you had the S&P and let's say it went kind of like this, if you had that same type of platform with the index annuity, you'd start over here, it'd go up. Once you have a loss, you'd flatline, you go up. Once you had a loss, you'd flatline, go up. Once you had a loss, you flatline, go up. Once you had a loss, you flatline, go up. So if you would be invested within mutual funds, first of all, you have the mutual fund fees as well, but that same index would have started here and ended here. With an index annuity, you would start here and end over here. Now, there's other types of rules that go with it, is because you can't always have your cake and eat it too. It's not something that's a liquid account, meaning that they have, if you're being placed within the correct fixed index annuity, they have certain things known as surrender charges, and they have limited liquidity on the money that you could actually take from these accounts. So there's a couple of different variables that go into a fixed index annuity, but just understand that first off, leverage our company first and foremost, because you want to make sure that you're educated. You want to make sure that you're going in the best possible fixed index annuity in your area. Hands down, you do not want to just sit at a seminar and say, oh, this advisor pitched me a great product and I only want that product, because each product is specific to a certain age group, is specific to a certain dollar amount, and we utilize proprietary strategies to make sure that you're always leveraging the company. At the end of the day, the company is not leveraging you. So very, very important. Basically, what you're going to be looking for is something that's going to give you safe, consistent growth on your money, something that you want to beat the pace of inflation, something that you'd still be receiving favorable rates of return. And it's a very good option. And sometimes with the index credits, some of them are capped, some of them are uncapped. So it all kind of depends upon your situation, depends upon the product line with which will be most favorable for you. So give us a call, become educated, watch a couple of my other videos. Once again, my name is Derek Afasi. I'm this cool-looking cartoon guy over there, and yeah, just basically give us a call, and hopefully we can help you out. Thanks.